I called her mom. I told her that she hadn't eaten a real meal in 4 days, that her electricity had been cut, and that I'd found a stack of past due notices she'd hidden behind the microwave. And Danny has not spoken to me since. Okay, so my name's Maya, and was my best friend. 6 years. We met freshman year. She was my roommate, borrowed my shower caddy, and never gave it back, and somehow that became a whole friendship. We were that close. The kind of close where you don't knock, you just walk in.
Oh, we're starting with the shower caddy. Really, that's the vibe you're setting? Cool. Hi, I'm the one she called my mother about without asking me. Just go ahead, Maya, tell your wholesome origin story.
I'm just giving context, which she hates, by the way, because context makes her look complicated instead of just wronged. Anyway, last winter, she lost her job at the end of October. Graphic design contract they didn't renew. She told me I offered to help. She said she was fine, and I believed her for about 3 weeks.
I was fine, I had a plan, I had freelance leads, I had savings. What I did not have was a friend who could respect a boundary for longer than 21 days, apparently.
She had $40 in her account. I saw it. Not because I was snooping, because you left your laptop open on the kitchen counter and your bank app was right there and the number said $40, 40, and you just told me you were honestly doing well enough. So,
That was a Wednesday, I had a payment coming Friday, and you, instead of saying literally anything to me, went straight to my mom, who lives 4 hours away, who now thinks I'm having a breakdown, who showed up with casseroles and a look on her face like she was identifying a body.
I didn't go straight to your mom. That's not what happened. I tried to talk to you first. Thursday night, I knocked on your door and you said you were tired. And then Friday morning, your electricity was off. Your apartment was dark. I could see the notification on your phone screen when it lit up on the counter. Past due, disconnect notice.
It was a glitch, they fixed it by noon. It was, you know what, forget it. You were already on the phone with her, weren't you? You'd already decided.
I was scared, that's the honest answer. I was standing in your kitchen at 7 in the morning and nothing was working and you were asleep and I didn't know what the right move was. I know I should have woken you up. I know that now. But in that moment, I went to the person I thought could actually help.
You went to my mother because you wanted to feel like you did something. You wanted credit for caring. Don't dress it up like heroism.
That's okay, ouch. But also, oh, so we're pretending you didn't tell my sister about my therapy last spring. You told her I was seeing someone and she called my mom and suddenly it was a whole family conversation I did not invite anyone into. But that was fine, right? That was you caring.
That is so, I mentioned it once because your sister asked me point blank if you were okay, and I said yes. You're seeing someone to help with that, which I thought was reassuring. That is not the same as calling my mother and narrating my bank account to her.
I didn't narrate your bank account. I said you were struggling and I was worried. Those were basically my exact words. I didn't give her numbers. I didn't go through your mail. I said I was worried and asked if she'd checked in lately.
She drove 4 hours, Maya, with casseroles and a check. She handed me a check with a little note on it that said, "No judgment, just love," which is the most humiliating sentence I have ever read in my life. I cried in my bathroom for an hour, not because I was grateful, because I was mortified. My mom thinks I can't take care of myself now. That is what you did.
I didn't know she was going to drive down. I thought she'd call you. Maybe send something. I didn't account for your mom being your mom.
You've known my mom for 6 years.
Okay, that one landed. I'll give you that. Yeah, I knew exactly what your mom was going to do. I knew she'd show up. Maybe I wanted someone to show up because I didn't know how to. Maybe it was easier to make the call than to sit down across from you and say I was scared you were disappearing and I didn't know how to help. Maybe I'm not, I don't know. I'm not saying I was right.
That's the first honest thing you've said, and I still haven't decided what to do with it.
She texted me last week. It just said the check bounced anyway, my account rejected it. And then a single emoji, a shrug. I stared at it for 20 minutes trying to figure out if that was forgiveness or just her being herself. I genuinely don't know. I haven't written back yet. I don't know what to say that isn't going to start us right back at the beginning of this exact conversation.
It wasn't forgiveness, it was information. There's a difference. Right back whenever you figure that out.
So that's where we are. She knows I was scared. I know I overstepped. Neither of us is exactly comfortable with what the other one is holding. If you've ever made a call you couldn't take back, one where you told yourself it was love and then had to sit with the possibility that it was also control, you know how this feels. What would you have done? Tell me in the comments. And if you've got a friend who needs to hear this one, someone who means well and sometimes means too much, send it. New confession dropping soon, don't miss it.